Alright, I'm on hole number 4 of the Monster Marsh tournament. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Playing in my practice account and just out checking it out. Hole number 4 is hole number 1. Alright, this is an absolutely must eagle. I mean, if we go through the holes that are in this tournament, you know, normally with this type of tournament you're looking at birdies on all the par 3s, eagles on all the par 5s, and birdies on all the par 4s. But this par 4, you have to get an eagle on. So really the minimum score you should be looking at in this tournament is minus 13. I know it would normally be minus 12, and that this is, you know, there's still an opportunity not to get an eagle on this hole, but this hole you have to eagle. So really the minimum score you're looking for is a minus 13, and you have to get an eagle on this score. So you're looking for minus 13, minus 26, minus 26, and that's going to net you that top 15 in most brackets in the weekend round. Now to get up there into the top 5, the lower part of the top 10, you're going to have to pick up at least one shot, and if you want to get that banner, you're going to probably have to pick up at least 2. So you're looking at probably a minus 15 aside. Minus 30 could be a winning round in most brackets. I think between minus 28 and minus 30 is probably going to be a winning round in most brackets. So let's go pick out. That's a little bit harder if you've got lower developed stuff, but if you've got a lower developed quarterback, you can still get this done with a quarterback. It's just you're going to have to start, when you're playing this hole, you're going to have to start off like here. What I'm going to do, if I can pull it up first, here what I'm going to do is come out here with lots of backspin, lots of side spin, and then I'm going to, with the arc, I'm going to try and curl it over here so that it comes straight at the hole. And with lower developed stuff, you don't have quite as much distance with the quarterback, so if you put on a bunch of this curl, you're going to end up clipping and ending up in the sand. So what I'm doing in my lower level account is I'm actually starting off, instead of starting off here and then applying curl to bring it over, I'm actually starting off out here. I'm starting off a little bit more so that I can put on some curl so that when the ball hits, it's kind of throwing the ball more in this direction. I'm going to end up more right here than on the green. But this is a very easy chip that's going to get me a fairly consistent regular eagle, and you have to get an eagle on this hole. I mean, there's just no two ways around it. Pretty much everybody that's going to be in the top 10 in these brackets is going to have eagle this hole every time. So if you're looking for top finishes, you've got to get an eagle. I'm going to use a keymaker. That should be all I need is a quarterback and a kingmaker. We're just going to get the hole-in-one right here and move on. Now, a hole-in-one here would really be nice, but that's not the goal. The goal here is to get an eagle. And sometimes you can try and push the limit because there is a serious hole-in-one shot here. You can push that limit to try and go for that hole-in-one and really try and get greedy on it and end up sacrificing your eagle for an opportunity for Albie. And you've got to remember, on this hole, you have to get an eagle. You can't sacrifice that eagle. You've got to get that eagle. If you're going to use, there's several different ways that you can do this with an extra mile. I've tried the shot from over here on the other side when this hole when we first started playing, and because this is one of the old holes, and playing from over here on the other side, trying that shot, there's much better ways to go at it. If you're doing the rough bump from right there, and I'm not exactly sure what my opponent's doing, they didn't adjust the wind out. I think this is either going to end up in the sand or it's going to go for a wild ride. If you're doing that rough bump, that first cut of rough is the way to go. Maybe about 3 rings, 1 mile per hour per ring. I'm going to put on a little bit of curl, hitting it perfect. Just trying to bleed up towards the hole. the deal on a shot like that is if you take a little, you go, hey, you could take some backspin out and you could get closer to the hole. The backspin, in combination with left-hand side spin, is jerking the ball to the left. So you can take some backspin off there and get a little bit more rollout, but it also won't go quite as far to the left. So if you really want to work that, if you really want to work that, you can work that number and you can get really, really close. The last tournament that this hole was in, I was working that number trying to get the hole in one. And you can work that number, but the whole goal here is to get an eagle. This hole, you have to get an eagle. I mean, other holes here, you're trying to go for eagle, you're trying to go for alba, you're trying to go for hole in one, but this hole right here, you have to get an eagle. I mean, your tournament, if you're trying to be a top player and you're trying to get up into the top 10 in these brackets, you've got to get an eagle on this hole, no matter what. All right. That was hole number 4. Okay, that was hole number 4 of the Monster Marsh tournament and Tuesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.